we did chat with law enforcement, what's something you mentioned to them that blew their mind that they had no clue? They were looking at each other like the Lucchese squad didn't know, the case agents didn't know, the prosecutors didn't know. Was there any piece of information? Because I don't think they even had you on the chart, if I
I was
understand.
just going to say that I was a friend.
With
No,
you,
they, I was not under the radar, but they did know, who I was. And I know I keep saying it. One of the first times that my name came up to them was from a person in Staten Island who has been an undercover cooperator with them. He's not a friend. He's a low-level associate
yeah.
for over 15 years. And he's still living out there and rubbing elbows with guys in Staten Island. I can't say his name just yet,
Yeah.
but he brings my name to them.
Oh wow.
And yes, and that's how. And they kind of mixed it up a little bit because it had something to do with a body shop, and they thought that I was involved with something with cars, which I was not. But so I was definitely low key, but they knew who I was, but I was not on their radar at all. I was not on their radar. I mean, look, there was a lot of things that we discussed that blew them away. There was many things that were discussed that, you know, many. And I mean, eventually, we could speak about them, but there was many.
Yeah. There's only so many minutes in a day, and
Yeah.
no, but I think it's substantial enough the fact that you were a friend, you went in there, they didn't know you were a friend. There's a whole bunch of dynamics that we could probably.
I think that they, when everything transpired and I came into them, they looked at it like manna from heaven,
Hmm.
because I fell in their lap, because, I didn't come in with, uh, you know, an indictment against me. I didn't come into them from a prison. I didn't come into them, I'm facing sentencing. I came into them with nothing. I had nothing against me and nothing like that. So that is kind of unique to them.
Interesting.
And, it was a big deal.
Interesting. Well, listen, we're going to conclude. This is part 8 of the John Pennisi interview series. Super important, guys. Number one, put some links below of the org charts if you have them. Number two, I believe if John's willing, and we'll talk about that, we're due for a Q&A session, and there's about 300 questions deep across all the platforms. So, John, I hope you have your scotch ready. I mean, I kind of went through mine.
I'm gonna need my scotch.
Exactly. And then lastly, just make sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when the next, part 9 and so forth comes out. We're just gonna keep going to this, doing this until it doesn't feel right. But definitely for now, John, listen, as always, thank you for being on the New Theory Podcast. This has been, you keep just every episode, I just keep getting more and more like involved, more and more engaged. And I'll be candid, I don't listen to a lot of my own podcasts. I don't like to look at myself or hear myself. So I give you guys credit if you listen and watch this long. But the shit that you say is just real, and it's unique. So, John, thank you again. And yeah,
Yeah.
let's go on to say any parting words before we conclude.
Happy birthday again. Salute. Happy birthday. I wish you many more. And I'll just say a quick hello to Michael. We know who he is.
Yes.
And I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. All right.
All right,
I'll
John.
talk to you. Thank you.
Ciao.